Hello, everybody. This is Dolores Miller. I'm on the design team for Oddball Art Stamps, and Lizzie Love has came out with some new rubber stamps, and I'm just going to review a little bit with you. We're not going to make a project or anything. I just want to go over some stamping techniques. You probably might know them, or you might not. I hope that you find them useful. Okay, so today we're going to start with this stamp set. It's Theodora and the Butterflies, and it comes already cut like this, and it's a rubber stamp. As you see, mine's been already conditioned, and we'll talk about that. Okay, when you get it, you'll pull this backing off, and that will help you to stamp, because then it will go to the back of your clear stamp. Okay, when you get your stamps, they're new, they don't have any ink on them, and a lot of people recommend that you condition them. And when they say condition them, that means take the ink and just get your stamp dirty, stamp a couple times, and leave the ink on there to dry. Because then that way, each time you use it, it builds up and it gives you a good, even stamp. Okay, I love the archival inks because I do a lot of mixed medium. It's a wonderful ink, fast drying, no problems, love, love, okay? With the StazOn, it is amazing ink also, but it tends to take longer to dry. Although it doesn't spread out as far as the other inks, it goes straight in, penetrates, stays. But it does take a longer drying time. The same with Memento, great ink. Just, I don't use Memento a lot when I'm doing mixed medium. I just really haven't played with it enough to give you any feedback on that, okay? So, when stamping, I had a friend, she gifted me this mat, Frances, and she bought it from Michael's, and it's a stamping pad. If you don't have a stamping pad, use a magazine, or use 3 tissue paper towels, stack them on top of each other. It's not that you're making the cushion that's making it stamp, it's the friction that you're creating with it that helps it to stamp. Okay, and I use Georgia Pacific paper from Walmart, and it runs about, I think it's either $5.95 or $6.95. I can't remember. I just love it. It won't hold extremes amount of water, but it will hold enough to get your stamp image done, basically for what I need it for. Okay, so basically, I'm taking my stamp and I rub it just to get it on there, and then I tap it. And if I hold it up and I'm holding it too long, I will breathe on it to activate the ink, and then I just press down, put my palm, apply pressure. You don't have to go crazy, or you can walk the block, as they call it, and that's just walking up the block with your fingers, creating pressure points. Then let it set for 10 seconds, and that gives the paper time to absorb the ink. Okay, so there you go. There's how I stamp. Okay, and basically I took this image and I went in and I colored with my colored pencils, and I just used mixed brands of pencils, no particular. I really don't care what brand I use. I just love them all. To me, anything that makes something pretty, it's all good. If you've never done this watercoloring, I would suggest getting the cheapest set possible to find out if you like it or not, because some people don't like it. Some prefer the Copics, but I just love any kind of inks. I really don't have a favorite. Okay, and basically, I just took the colors on here and colored them in on my doll, and where I wanted highlights to go in, and then I just take some water on my brush and I start working it like this, and it will create its own shadows where I've lined it dark, because you really don't need a lot because the pencils are pretty intense. If you need more, allow it to dry. Go easy on the water, because after all, this is not a mixed medium paper. You want to be able to bring yourself back in. You see I went ahead and just did her cheeks, and then I will just wipe it off with a paper towel, and I come back in, and to do her face, I colored all my face colors, and then I just start blending up towards the hairline, and that way I'm not causing it to darken where I don't want it to dark, because you want your outlines to be on the edge dark, but not on the inside. You want it to look a little bit realistic. And then I just bring it up. And this is what I call my 5-minute face that I color. Okay, and you get the gist, and you just come down and you will do the same thing. And when you're done, you'll take your jelly pen and your liner and your white Sharpie markers, and you'll continue on. And when you're done, you should end up with her. And this is done on my mixed medium paper. And all I did was when I clean off my stamps, I save my paper, then I color them and I use them. And I went ahead and I attached it to there. And that's how I stamp. And I hope you enjoyed this and have a blessed day. Thank you.